Gentlemen, welcome back to our channel. My name is Striker.
My name is Luba.
And our channel is about dating in Ukraine and a practical approach to it as opposed to all of the other bullshit that you guys will see online. So if you want to learn more, check out our website. The link is down below. Luba, what is our video about today?
First of all, I want to say hello again, and we are in a beautiful park that's called Victory Park. So just because I want you to get used to and understand like what is and where in Ukraine.
Okay.
So our video today is actually, I think, pretty important because a lot of guys are searching for the difference in mentality, right? We always say about that, oh, like they have a different mentality, that's why they broke up, or they have different traditions, or they have different understanding of the situation. So I want to discuss, I want to call our topic, your parents versus your parents.
Like in a fight?
No.
Like in a fight, like in a boxing ring?
Like no.
In an octagon? No?
No, in a little bit different way. So basically what I want to say that what I mentioned, that when I've been in US and just traveling on the West, like I see that people are extremely friendly. They always like say, hey, how are you? And even if you walk like and you bother them, like would say, I'm sorry, excuse me, and they would be very nice. People in Ukraine would never ever do that. I'm sorry, but it's true. And
you mean they would tell them to get the hell out of the way?
They would just like, why are you walking here? Well, like get out of the way. Yeah, so they would be different. And on the West, it's kind of like you have this. You sent me this article and it was pretty interesting. It's about coconuts and peaches. Just explain. Yeah,
well, I've always said that Ukrainian people. A lot of people think that they're very cold, they're unfriendly, they're very hard, I suppose. And I always say it's like a hard shell around them. But once you sort of tap through it and you get through it, which isn't that hard to do, they're very friendly and very welcoming people. So, and I saw this article about peaches. Western people are like peaches and Ukrainian people are like coconuts, which is like the shell around the outside and then inside is like the fleshy fruit. But the Western people are like the peach, because the peach on the outside is like soft and sweet already, but inside is like a hard nut. And so the metaphor was that the Western people are so friendly and nice on the outside, like how are you, hey, how's things, and when really there's no substance to it. It's just nothing, there's nothing really to it. And so that was basically that. So that's what you mean, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean that. And so how it's, you're probably thinking like how it's related with your parents versus your parents. So what's happening? We got pretty much calls, like we got calls from some guys who say like, she doesn't want to introduce me to her parents. Or I showed my family, I showed all my friends, and I've been doing the video chats, I've been visiting them, and she never showed me her circle. So it can be red flag from one hand, but from other hand, this is the difference in mentality. Most of the guys, they are so open and so friendly that no matter where they're gonna go, they will always like say, hey, like it's my girlfriend, let's do the video, say hi to my girlfriend, no, like, or they will.
Continue.
And they will always be, they will show and they will involve you really fast. Like, what you had? Okay. I need to watch for all of you.
This was a good place to make a video, wasn't it?
So they immediately start saying that, here's my girlfriend, and they like involve you in their life pretty fast. And, but the girl will never actually do that, you know. She basically will not do that, because in Ukraine it's kind of like serious if you introduce to your circle, and it means that you know everybody will expect like, are you getting married, like are you like, is it your boyfriend, like for how long? So usually people here not really showing that much of a family until they know for sure. But if you are showing your friends and family, you can ask her and just hear her opinion about that. This is the first hint. You have to ask what she thinks, like you should say that, you know, I, for example, introduce it to my friends and family, but what about yours? Can you, will you? And you should like feel what she answers. You should feel, is she really like hiding something that like she doesn't want, or she's like giving you a hard time about that, or she say that, you know, maybe it's not the right time. Because definitely you can't compare you and her. It's what I'm trying to describe, is that if you introduce her to your friends and family like in a second week after knowing her, she would probably not do that, and it would be completely fine. If you're in a long relationship and she's still not introducing, this can be a red flag. But from the beginning, you are, as a Western guys, like more open, and you like, for you it's not a big deal. But I want to give you a downside of this, and that I've seen pretty often. So a lot of guys showing their beautiful Ukrainian girl to his mother. And of course, every mother would be super happy for her son seeing beautiful Ukrainian girl. Of course, girl will be very smiling. She would be very nice. She would call her mama, and mom would absolutely melt because, like, I haven't seen any. I don't know how, like, about Western ladies, but I haven't seen any older lady in US who would not like, you know, Ukrainian lady, especially if the lady is nice and she's smiling and she. And the problem is that your mom gets involved. And your mom is probably older and you don't want her to worry. But if you do it too soon, like, your relationship with this girl can break up. I mean, it can break up on any stage, but if you know her for a very short of time, like, don't involve your parents, because for some guys, like, I know one guy who kept their, like, super toxic relationship just because he didn't want to upset his parents, and he didn't want them to call him loser, that he lost such kind of a girl, like, good girl, because of course they've seen her only in the best, you know, in the best picture, because, like, she was nice and friendly and it was like 2 minutes chat, but in life she was like, there was not match, it was a bad match. But because he introduced her to parents, he kind of felt ashamed to say them that they broke up, because because, like, he didn't have a good relationship with father, and father was always blaming him for everything, telling that he's a loser. And so, like, do you think it's right? So my recommendation would be to not introduce her to your, like, close circle, especially if you know that your parents can blame you for something, until you are kind of, like, certain about stuff.
Yeah, well, there is the 3-month wall phenomena. You know, after the 3 month, it's like...
But does it make sense what I mean, right?
Perfect sense, yeah. But, and also one other thing to think about, as well as that, also is that you don't know what the dynamics are between the daughter and the parents, because her parents, no doubt, would be from USSR. Maybe they didn't really like foreigners. Maybe they didn't like, or they didn't understand foreigners, Westerners, or even different races. And maybe the daughter knows that her father is like a stubborn old USSR sort of mentality, and she's worried about introducing that because she has to deal with that on that level. She's the one that has to explain why she's not with a Ukrainian man and why she's chosen to go with this, you know, different race from a different country.
Right.
So maybe she doesn't want to do that until she has to do it, not because it's like, hey Dad, check out what's going on this week. I'm going out with David from New York, you know. And
also the age gap, like, actually, like, you know that we're not supporting big age gaps, and I will stay for this until I, like, really do this, like, work in this industry, because I honestly don't see any single good thing in that. And most likely it's for the guys. I don't see anything good in this relationship except first, or like 1 or 2 years, for the guys who are older, like 20 years older than a girl. I mean, it's a completely different video and we already talk about this for many times, but what I want to tell you is that honestly, like, my mom is 49. So, oh, it's actually telling how old am I, but doesn't matter. So my mom is 49.
We can cut it out.
I'm not ashamed of my age.
No.
So my mom is 49, right? And so she gave birth when she was 19. When we walk somewhere, nobody would ever tell that she's my mom. But imagine, like, and most of the people, like, for the ladies that you are dating, most of that generation, like, they give a birth for the kids like in their 20s.
Yeah.
So the age gap actually between parents here is 20 years old. So of course she would be ashamed, and like, she would be like, your parents would be against this age gap.
Yeah, that's if there's an age gap there, which, I mean, like Luba said, we don't, I mean, it's not, I don't think we don't, it's not that we don't support it. You can pursue whatever you want to. It's just that I know that you've seen all these relationships from 10 years ago fall over. I just, you know, as the striker mentioned, like, we don't care. Of course, we want you to be happy and we want you to do anything that it, like, will take it. But I just don't see anything good coming out of this relationship after some time. This is all. And you can, like, you think that, it's not going to happen to me. Trust me, it happened to absolutely every single guy with whom I've been working, and now I see either they still married and how it, like, operated. I don't have a lot of couples with a big age gap, but the couples that I have, there's nothing good happening. And as I said, toward guys, because girls are still in their good position and good stage at the well, we digress from that, didn't we? But that's all right. But
Yep.
anyway, so yeah, just chill a bit on the pressure for the family, because she's got a lot of shit that's going on her side that's not so friendly and nice like it is from the West, where our parents are like so happy for us. Over there, they're going to be judging this Westerner.
And you know, the last thing that I want to say is that don't really push too much on a parent stuff, because yes, it's a customer, and I completely agree for that. That you need to introduce, like she will want to introduce you to her father. You will have to ask his permission. But if people really love each other, like parents would be, unfortunately, but on the second place. And I have a lot of couples where the parents didn't like her, or he didn't like him. So, but still, like the couple created, and they're still a very good and strong couple. And also, I don't want to go like very deep on that. Sometimes girls, they just go with their mother, and like mother is always with them. They're having dinners, and the guy like want to attract the mother, and they like he buy her gifts and etc.
Yeah, the mother sometimes is in on the scam.
Yeah.
as well.
So I mean, I don't want to go to that. So just don't think that if your mother is always there, it's like, wow, you know, she's super legit and like she will be with me. And so just don't judge on that. Just judge according to your feelings, within dynamic between you. Because we had one call, like I will just finish here, that you know there was many things that was not right in this relationship, but he for some reason said, you know, she didn't introduce me to her parents, and like he was bothered about that. But you know, if he would look like in general to the picture, he would understand that parents can be like on the third place. There's some other things that need to be fixed. So meeting parents, it's important, and if you have a serious relationship, you will definitely do that in one point of time. But don't be in a rush to introduce, like, you know, to involve a lot of people, because you don't want to be like feeling kind of awkward afterwards.
Don't use that as like a benchmark for like the best, the woman you're going to marry for the rest of your life, just because you met her parents. I mean, it's a stupid thing. I know there's a lot of videos that like, if you meet her parents, then it's
100%.
It's absolutely rubbish. I mean, you could meet her parents and 1 month later you break up. I mean, just don't put any weight on it. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's not such a big deal.
So we hope this video was useful, even it was like all over the place, but understand this mentality that we are more closed, and then if she introduced or not introduced, like it can be different. If you are going through some relationship and you don't know what is going on, and like is she scamming you, or she does just not having a really good relationship with her parents, please send us an email and call us, and we will definitely help you.
Okay, we'll see you guys next time.
Stay safe and healthy. We'll see you next time.